Okay, those that are just joining us, welcome. Yeah, welcome back. Fresh new week, guys. Let's see what we can get. I hope everyone had a lovely weekend. Bit of a slow day today. We did try and get something here on US dollar and Canadian dollar and just turned back around. We got our break even. We will look for another entry. What I'm looking at potentially playing out is a move to this swing high here. So that's where we had our target, but I'm getting a little bit of resistance coming in. But on the lower time frame, we're slowly starting to break through a little bit of structure to the upside. So we'll see whether we can find another area of support that we can get in for a long. But yeah, so we got the initial breakthrough here, but turned straight back in. So we'll see where we can go again. Dollar index is up for the day, pulling back a little bit, but it's looking pretty strong. In terms of data, we're not getting too much data today. Okay, the data starts to come in tomorrow. This week is CPI. Okay, so do bear that in mind. Markets will be somewhat setting up for that CPI figure. Yeah, so should be able to get some nice trades in this week. We had some crypto trades opened over the weekend. I mean, crypto in general is kind of just doing nothing. It's just ranging. Yeah, still sticking within that range. Okay, we're getting some pretty decent structure on the lower time frame. As you can see here, we've got kind of this top forming. There's your liquidity, came back up, tested it perfectly, and now we're coming back down. It's looking very weak. So I mean, those that are with us, obviously you can check the take profits on those crypto trades. They were pretty low. Okay, we are expecting a big sell-off. Okay, so see how things kind of play out. At least 27,200 looks like a decent level, or decent next level to look for support. Should be roughly where that 280 moving average will lie by that time. Okay, so breakthrough of that 100 straight down, hit that 200 moving average, and then maybe bounce back up. We're not getting a crazy amount of sell side either, so it could be the case that we get a similar structure to what we got here. Nice, slow, gradual, kind of selling off, and then finds support and then shoots back up. So it could be the case that we get the same thing here, bam bam, and then push back up. But even if we get this break and a move down to that around 27 to 27k target, your altcoins are going to bleed quite heavily. Okay, so there's going to be some nice trades in the altcoin market when we do get that break. Hopefully CPI comes in, can be a catalyst for it. But again, don't get your hopes up. I mean, the figures throughout the majority of the year have been very much unpredictable, and a lot of the time, if it comes in as expected, for some reason the market ends up doing complete opposite to what it should have done fundamentally. So yeah, we'll see. Big one to take note of after, let me just check, it's China CPI. When do we get that? Tuesday night, I think. Yeah, Tuesday night, Tuesday early morning. Am I right now? No, where is it? Wednesday early morning, sorry. Tuesday early morning we get exports and imports and trade balance from China. So it might be the case that we get some movement in the night time in the Asia session. Let's go over oil, gold. So yeah, by the looks of it, so oil's gone up to that week high. A little bit of a double top on the 4 hours, you can see here, pushing back down. We're at this area of demand. Okay, we've still got this larger area down here around between 80 and 79 roughly. So it could be the case that we actually do make that push and test for that liquidity down there. So we'll keep a close eye on it. It's just setting up, as you can see, double top. See whether we can push back up, maybe come back down, and target that area for it to then push and attempt to break that high. But yeah, it's setting up. We've got that initial breakthrough here, which is nice, but we're back down into structure. Yeah, so we'll see. In terms of gold, okay, we held a trade over the weekend. Okay, it pulled back, got us out break even. But last week it was a very large move. Okay, squeezed traders out on both ends. So we had this range. Okay, this grey box here, as you can see, or this grey area, is your demand zone. Okay, what we got, I think it was, I can't remember what data point came out. Sorry, non-farm payrolls came out. Okay, it wasn't really a nice shocker, but it was enough to move the market straight into demand, straight back up. So it squeezed and liquidated your traders to downside, and then done the same thing on the top side, straight into this area of supply. Kind of held it, made another attempt, as you can see here, on the market open last night, but yeah, just failed to hold. So we'll just wait for structure again, and then we can go back in. I wouldn't be surprised if we do make a push towards this top again. There's your supply around that 200 on the hour, as well as that wider and longer term trend line. Yeah, it could be the case. It was a nice amount of buy side that came in on here, a nice amount of volume, a little bit of a top. So keep an eye on it, because I mean, by all means, it could actually push down towards that 200 in this area here that it already tested. Maybe do a higher low and then actually make that push. But again, the key is to keep an eye on that lower time frame, and see whether the structure forms, or which direction the structure forms to. But yeah, we got one test, two tests, kind of three tests here, back down. But yeah, this is where your large liquidity is held at, as you can see from that large wick and buy side volume. So it could be the case we come and double dip in here, and then push back up. So right now there isn't anything really ideal, unless you're playing it on the very short term scale. But yeah, we wanna get in for the slightly larger moves. So we'll let it do its thing, let it build up some more structure before we go in again. Alright, Euro, US dollar, let's have a little look, because it broke through structure again, non-farm payrolls. Okay, we got that trend line, bam, pushed up, and now we're coming to retest. So it wouldn't actually be a bad entry. Potentially look at this area here. If it's able to stick to that area, you get nice demand coming in here. Bam, bam. That is your structure to look for. We will chase this high here. Okay. So potentially very nice trade playing out here. Yeah, got that initial breakthrough structure. Okay, held this level here, or this swing high. It's a weak swing high, so it could be the case that we do find that demand and actually make that push and break to the next swing high up here. But yeah, you got slightly bearish structure here. I'm starting to get a little bit of that buy side starting to build up. So see whether we can come here, bam, get a nice wick on the bottom, indicate that the buyers are getting involved, and then really go and chase and break through these levels. So it's in the pipeline. We got it ramped up. We just got to wait. Again, as mentioned, it's a slow Monday. It's nothing too crazy. Markets are going to relatively hold off for that CPI figure, which we shall get on when are we getting it? Thursday. Yeah, we don't really get anything until Thursday, really. We do get some exports, imports, and trade balance from the US as well on Tuesday. We do get a little bit of European CPI and inflation figures on Tuesday. But yeah, markets will be holding off for that CPI figure from the US. That is the next big data point. So we'll look at to what we're forecasted. Slight decrease. Now the big one to look at is really core CPI. Okay, your headline CPI. I mean, they're expecting, so the forecast is for headline CPI to actually push back up to 3.3%. So if that does in fact play out, okay, risk on will not be any longer. It will be risk off. Your equities will sell off, and your crypto will sell off. But what I was going to say, the one that you want to watch for is that core CPI. But yeah, if we do in fact get a push back up in inflation, it's not going to be looking good for markets, and get a nice sell off. Dollar index should push back up on that news. Okay, so yeah, it's a nice test that we got closing off the week. Okay, a little bit further past this area here. Kind of stuck to that 200 moving average, right? We've kind of come back up to this area, okay, with this structure pushing back down. So we'll see how things kind of play out, but there's a nice reaction here. Let's see whether we can maybe range a little bit and start pushing back up. Kind of holding somewhat of a natural ascending trend line. But yeah, higher time frame, we've got that descending trend line. Okay, as you can see, if we're able to push past that, okay, we'll look for those tests on the swing highs, right? 103.6, 104.7, and so on. But yeah, it looks like things are starting to level out a little bit. All of this has kind of been mitigated here, came and tested. So yeah, it could be a big week, big month. Again, as mentioned last month in terms of crypto, and it's kind of linked to obviously your equities, your Nasdaq, your S&P, and so on. For the best part of this whole year, it's been on a increase. More specifically to Bitcoin this point, but normally you get half of the year. prices pushing up higher, and then the other half declining. Okay, so it's about time we start to see some proper bleeding in the crypto market. Okay, so yeah, we'll see how things kind of play out. But again, as mentioned at the very beginning, we're still holding our Bitcoin short from last month. Okay, we are going to target that much lower down target. So we're holding that position. But yeah, that's kind of what we're expecting is some more red to come into the crypto market. Buyers are also very much struggling. It could be the case that we get one extra push maybe. But yeah, I mean, obviously we've had the Fed increase rates after pausing, which isn't a great indicator. And I mean, we'll see what CPI comes out. But again, as mentioned, forecast for headline is 3.3, an actual increase of 0.3%. So yeah, labor market still strong. I mean, we got a decline from previous on Friday's non-farm payroll report, but it's still very high. But yeah, let's see. Those that are in the live, feel free, message me in the chat section. If you've got any trades in the pipeline that you're looking at, feel free, type it in, let's take a look together. There's going to be a point, maybe after the stream's done, I'll cut it off at some point, but then I'm going to move over to the live trading chat. Okay, I'm going to start doing kind of a mix up. Okay, so obviously those that are with us, you'll be able to get into that. But yeah, I'll let you guys know when I make that switch. So I'll carry on. It'll literally be the exact same as any live stream. Okay, I can share my screen to you guys. You can share your screens. You can talk as well. Rather than type in, you can type in as well. You don't need to click on the voice mic. But yeah, should be a good mix up. Thank you for the follow, whoever that was. Amazing. Let's have a little look. Continue looking through. US dollar, Japanese yen didn't look too bad either. Looks good. You actually got that break. We can bring that down. See, this is quite nice. So we got one. We got one test, two tests. Nice double bottom. I'll try to go that way. Break through this structure here. There's your initial break of structure. Okay, seeing a little bit of a slowdown, so maybe come back into this area here, tap for liquidity, and then actually make another push towards that supply area. And then even beyond that, maybe we could do this. So we've got some nice structure to play off here as well. But yeah, straight into that demand area, very nice. Tapped once, twice. We've still got this area down here. Okay, if it does in fact break, that'll be our next area to chase. Hi, what do you think about your USD? Thanks in advance, Patrick. Welcome, Patrick, for once. I'll take a look. Did take a look not too long ago, but so last week, okay, we managed to get quite a nice short. I think it was on this move here. As you can see, obviously we had that trend line here. Okay, looking very weak for the whole week. Okay, didn't quite make it to this demand area just here. Let me just pop it in so at least it's a little bit clearer for you guys. There we go. Didn't quite make it, but did find some support just above it. And then we got that initial breaker structure through here. Came back down and tapped for this liquidity on this area here. Right. So there's your mitigated. Okay. See how we got a double bottom. Just here. Bam, bam. Broke through structure again. Okay, so we got the initial breaker structure, came retested, held. And then we got that second breaker structure just through here. Broke through that trend line. Okay, we're above. No, got up and above the 200. We came to this swing high. Okay, so where we got them two taps. It's a nice area to have targeted. And now we're slowly pushing back down. Okay, ran out of liquidity. We're just pushing back down, tapping for liquidity now. So what we mentioned was tap at this area here. Okay, so this area, it could be a case that we come down to this low where that double bottom got put in, and then push back up, start targeting somewhere around this area here, and then obviously we got this swing high as well. So yeah, stay patient, look for that demand to come in from this area here. That'll be a nice indication to take a long position, but obviously we got that initial strong breaker structure to the upside. Okay, so the buyers are in control for now. They just need some more liquidity to make that that next push. But you got that breaker structure here, breaker structure here, breaker structure here. So yeah. So it's in the pipeline for us as well. Gold. And good morning. Yeah, check gold for some advice on gold. Let's do it. For now, just hold off. Still holding that range. We're back into structure. It could be the case that we come back down and tap this area here that we got. So it's a nice liquidity grab, okay, that we got last week. Nice range, okay, loads of people got involved here, got liquidated from the choppy price action. Market's setting up, okay, setting up nicely for that non-farm payrolls. We've got non-farm payrolls. What happens? Okay, bam, liquidations, squeeze straight into this area. Okay, this strong area for demand, as you can see, straight back into structure, squeeze in the other side of the trade. And straight into supply. Okay, we got them two taps of supply. This was quite a nice setup. We did take a long, we did hold it over the weekend. We got out of break even this morning. We were kind of anticipating that push in the next area here. We didn't get it, pushed straight back into structure. Okay, so we just wait for structure again. But yeah, nice push into supply, back down, tested that area. Okay, as you can see from here, push back up, held, and that's why we held that long position. So it still was looking good, still holding that structure. It just failed to break through here. Okay, came back down. So yeah, back into structure. Just hold off. You gotta wait. It could be the case that we come down and tap this area again for stronger liquidity. As you can see here, we've got very low volume coming in, and then for it to then make a move. Now obviously if CPI does push back up, you can kind of be expecting this to start breaking through these levels here. It will be a risk off market if that does happen. Obviously putting it in combination with the Fed increase in rates, holding on to its rhetoric as well, in terms of potentially increasing, well, continuing to increase rates, as well as holding kind of that base interest rate higher for longer, which isn't good for risk on. Okay, so yeah, you could be looking at a strong push. I would not be surprised. But yeah, just keep an eye on that lower time frame structure, and hopefully we're able to get in on something nice. Yeah. Thanks, bro. Greeting from Netherlands. Hello, my man. Welcome, welcome, welcome. I can't speak any Dutch, otherwise I'd attempt. I literally have no clue. But yeah, welcome, my man. But yeah, that'll very much play in our favour if we can get that headline CPI pushing up. This would be a nice sell-off on Bitcoin, crypto market in general. Bam, straight through here. That will spark some red in the market. And that's exactly what we want. And as you can see, we got that initial break, right? And we're continuing to hold. Maybe it goes a little bit higher, taps for liquidity, and then continues breaking down, filling in that gap, which we are getting. Okay, we are getting that bearish structure. This was a nice test, so I mean, we'll see. We shall see. Markets do normally, or at least risk on markets do normally hold to some optimism ahead of CPI. So I mean, we'll see. This is nice. 15-minute structure. As you can see it a little bit better, but bam, 1, 2, 3. Okay, break through and coming back into that area here, tested. As you can see, now we're breaking down again, so we'll see whether we can get down here. But yeah, it might be the case that we just continue ranging until Thursday, until we get that CPI figure. Now you do need to bear in mind that obviously we do get some Chinese data, Chinese trade balance data, as well as inflation data, so we could be getting some movement overnight. But yeah, markets aren't thriving today, to say the least. It's okay, we'll stay patient. You're getting this sell side kind of running out of liquidity here, so might be able to get in on something from, if we push up here, wouldn't be too bad of an area to target. Got that initial breaker structure here, into this area of liquidity. Okay, seeing a little bit of buy side, but I wouldn't actually mind getting in on short position relatively soon. Got that tap here, might be able to get on or something. So mitigated here. So got these wicks here now. Not too bad of a potential trade there. It's about time we get a little bit more of a stronger cooling off on oil. It's had a very, very, very strong run back up in prices. So I wouldn't actually mind potentially taking something. Right, I'm going to take this short. Let's see where we can get with it. Right, stop loss 82.7, take profit 80.9. Let's see whether we can start breaking through some of these areas here. Keep an eye at these areas. Okay. But yeah, let's see whether we can come and target this the man zone. That would be lovely. Thank you for the follows as well as all the likes on the streams. Very much appreciate it, guys. Well, see what we can get. It's a pretty quiet day today, but we'll give it a pop. literally we're free for the whole day in terms of data. We don't really get much. Yeah. We up, we up, we up, we up. We up. Do you think Australian dollar, Canadian dollar go down? I'll take a look now, mate. Let's have a little look. Let's have a little look. That's some crypto tab. Australian dollar, Canadian dollar. Let's have a little look. Right. Let's get rid of some of this here. Got that break. Okay, tap mitigated. I mean, it's pretty bearish structure. It's looking pretty weak, that's for sure. Got that sell side starting to build up as well. Tap, tap, tap. I like it. So, I mean, we got that. We're getting this tap from the daily, but there's still a little bit more room on the 4 hour. Just so we got that tap there. 618 tap. I mean, if you want to be a little bit of a bit aggressive here, you can get in. You can get in, however, you got to be careful of this. There's demand here. Okay, so it could be the case that we actually rebound here. Just have a continue looking lower down. Euro USD, I'll have a look again. Yeah, no problem. I guess we've got a few people just joining in now. Just not getting too much sell side coming in, but could be a case of we do break 200 on that 15. It's looking pretty sweet. Push back up. You might be able to get in on a short. Ideally, what we're looking for here is a breaker structure, right? So let's say from here we break down lower, come to that 200, which is also kind of this area here, because I got some supply, some demand there. Push back into this area. So see how we're ranging here. If we can get that initial break, come tap for liquidity at that area, that'll be a nice entry to actually come back down if we can get some supply coming in there on that 15-minute. And I'll probably just target that swing low just here. It's not too bad. I'll actually keep an eye on that. But yeah. Oh, let me just get rid of all of this. Yeah. Just target that swing. It's not too bad. But yeah, we need that initial break. If we can get that initial break here, tap, come push back up for liquidity, supply comes in, that's your shorting opportunity right there. You're short right now, yeah. I mean, if you're short right now, yeah, just kind of look for that structure to play out for confirmation, really. Yeah, I mean, the sellers are looking still somewhat weak, so I wouldn't be chasing any insane targets, really. Swing low, be pretty sweet. Yeah, we'll keep an eye on it. I'm gonna wait for that structure. Obviously, if you're in short, you're in short. But there's your potential range. Okay, if we're able to break through, get that continuation. Okay, break through that trend line as well. Push back up, tap, and then that's your confirmation to go back down. That's your entry point. Right, let me do Euro Yen, and then I'll do oh no, Euro Yen, yeah. Yeah, I'll do Euro Yen first, and I'll go back onto Euro Dollar, because I've already done that. Again, and sorry, just bear with me, since we do have this position open here on oil, so let me just manage it accordingly. Yeah, we're still looking good. Okay, Euro Yen. Okay. Just currently here on me. good on that oil trade, guys. Okay. It's like a little bit of a double top here. Okay, we know that's the old week swing high anyway, or we're at that week swing high. Okay, we tapped. Probably be looking at too bad of an area. All of this area down here. Yeah. So we're currently ranging. Here's your structure. Okay, we've got slightly tighter price action around this area. Yeah, I mean, probably target, start looking at it coming down, looking for that potential. I'd probably just target that 618 area. If we're able to break through here, that would be nice. Yeah, I'd wait for that initial break. Wait for that initial breakthrough here. Okay, back up, test this area, and then start looking at it coming down. That's been mitigated. Okay, could stall around this area here, but it's already been tapped. It tapped in with some volume. Yeah. This hasn't been tapped up here though, so again, it depends on if it runs out of liquidity or not really. But there's your supply. Yeah. You gotta wait for that break. So at the moment it could push into supply, it could push down. So you just gotta be patient, wait for the initial breaker structure, okay? Either from this low here or this high. Okay, that will give you the indication of which side of the trade is stronger. But ideally break through here, okay, push back up, retest that as new resistance, and then that'll be a nice entry point to continue pushing back down. Yeah. Again, keep an eye on that economic calendar. Not sure what sort of data is coming out. Oh, we do get some European data, don't we? What are we getting? So we got German CPI tomorrow. Got some yen data as well. It's nothing crazy, but yeah. We'll see which side of the trade breaks out first. That'll be your indication. But if it runs out of liquidity to the downside, then here's your supply. Taps in there, and it comes back down. in terms of your demand, I mean, demand's already kind of been tapped really on this move here from here. So, yeah, hopefully that helps. Euro dollar. Okay, just give me 2 seconds. Let me just go back on this oil trade, and then I'll jump onto that euro dollar TA. What a trade. See whether we can get that initial break. But I'm just gonna get this stop loss to break even. It's a very nice entry, guys. Very, very nice entry. See whether we can break through. It's looking pretty decent. Nice sell side coming in. Looking good, looking good. Just need that break. If we can get down beneath this area here. Looking very good. We got liquidity. A little bit here. A little bit of structure here as well. Euro dollar, let's go back onto that one then. Yeah, okay, so euro dollar. Okay, last week obviously was holding off for that non-farm payrolls. Well, towards the end of the week anyway. Obviously we got that nice push down, bam, bam, bam. It kind of held support just above this area of demand here. Okay, let me go on the slightly higher time frame so you can see. So we're holding on to that much wider positive structure. Okay, we got that higher low form there, nice push up, continuing with that positive structure, and we're holding that trend line. Okay, that's the main point to take. High time frame, positive structure. As we go down slightly in time frame, okay, we got, again, on the release of that non-farm payrolls figure, okay, we got this breakthrough structure just here. Let me just pop it in so you can see. There's your breaker structure. Okay, to the upside, push right back up. Got another breaker structure just here as well. Okay, so nice structure to the upside, and we got that break of that descending trend line as well that it was holding for a decent amount of time and conforming to. So we broke out through structure here. We stopped at this area of supply just here. Okay. So essentially all that we're kind of looking for here, really, I mean, it might be the case that it just continues pushing up, but what I'm looking for is ideally a test of this area here. Okay, so this whole area, it might be a case that we even come down a little bit where that double bottom got formed, tap for that liquidity, and then start to see some demand coming in to make that push and test of this swing high that it made, and potentially go back, well, continue pushing up to the next swing high up here. So yeah, just stay patient. Yeah, ideally what you want to see is that supply to come in, sorry, that demand to come in from that area. At the moment you're not really getting anything, so yeah, just stay patient. You could add another cell to oil. Yep. How you doing? Hey mate, how's it hanging? Good mate, how are you? Hope you had a lovely weekend. My legs are absolutely killing. Went on a hike to Snowdon. So I'm in slightly recovery mode. But yeah, I'm doing good. So we can get here on this Monday. Nice sales on oil. Yes. See whether we can get that continuation. There's your liquidity for supply. Okay, we just got that initial break. Okay, through structure here. What we're looking for is supply to come in from this area here. Okay, that's where your supply is being holding. It was good. It rained a lot here. How much did you hike? So Snowdon Peak is 1,085 meters. I can't remember how high the starting point was, but yeah, it wasn't. I mean, we decided to end up going for one of the hardest routes, and yeah, kind of underestimated how hard it would be. But yeah, if you ever want to do it, I mean, the path was called Watkins Path. It was lovely, but yeah, I mean, it starts nice and easy, starts to get a little bit harder, and then right at the end, it's literally going up the side of a cliff. So yeah, but we made it, and that's the most important point, I guess. Yeah, rained a lot. Yeah, it rained up the top as well. I mean, the weather wasn't too bad yesterday, in all fairness. But yeah, I mean, yeah, the weather here in the UK has been an absolute shambles this summer. Last summer it was an absolute heat wave. This summer has just been dreadful. But we're back. See what we can get this week. We be moving for some time. Yeah, let's see whether we can get some that supply from this area here. It'll be nice. You know, relatively nice structure. Okay. Again, as mentioned, oil has been on an absolute rampage, as you can clearly see. Okay, so it's about time to get a little bit of a cooling off. We are at a nice area for supply. Okay, it's at the swing high. I'm not expecting it to absolutely break it down to the downside. Yeah, I'm just gonna chase kind of the next area. I wouldn't be surprised if we do end up breaking through this swing high here and start maybe coming towards this weaker area here. potentially ending up at this stronger swing high here on the daily. Some decent supply there as well. Yeah, it's a little bit crowded, you won't be able to see too much. Yeah, that's a nice area, I like it. It might be in the case it comes down to where we got that double bottom there as well. There's nice liquidity to be tapped, but I'm just going to get out just above it, and if the structure continues then we can get back in. But yeah, if we can get down beneath this area here at 8155, be looking very nice. We'll see. We got a little bit of structure here as well. Let me just get this in properly. Yeah, literally a perfect entry, really. But yeah, those that are joining us, welcome. Feel free to message us in the chat section and tier you want us to go over. More than happy to do so. It's a relatively quiet Monday today, but we'll see what we can get. How's crypto looking? Is crypto looking good? Move to the downside, by the looks of it, it's looking pretty alright. Yeah. I think it's just going to continue moving within the range. We're going to continue holding that Bitcoin short. Okay, we got a very nice entry from the previous move to the upside, so we'll continue holding that short position again. We are expecting things to start to turn back around and start to look bearish on the higher time frame. 27,200 is a good target if we're able to get down beneath. Okay, nice demand area, 200 moving average on the daily, lying around that area as well. So yeah, that's our next target if we manage to get beneath this swing low here. Again, as mentioned, the economic calendar, if you have a little look at CPI this week, forecast for the headline CPI is to actually push back up to 3.3%. If we do in fact get that, your risk on assets will see some red. Okay, so your cryptos, your equities, okay, so like your S&Ps, your Nasdaqs, should see some red. Okay, again, I mean, they've been on an absolute rampage this whole year, so it's about time we get a little bit of a cooling off. Thank you for the likes and thank you for the follows as well. Very much appreciated. Yeah, very much appreciated. Just bear in mind, obviously, if you're watching us from TradingView, that yeah, we do limit the amount of live streams we do on TradingView. And at some point, we're going to make the switch over. We're going to go to well, continue the live trading session within the group, okay, within the live trading chat section. It's literally, it'll literally be the exact same. So yeah, a little bit better. You'll be able to tap in and talk, okay, rather than typing in. You can also type in. You can share your ideas within that channel. So should be pretty sweet. See whether we can get anything. Bitcoin. Breaking some through some of that structure would be lovely. Alright, we need to get that supply coming in here now. A little bit. 82.25 and 10 pips, that's alright. Up, schmack. Highway trading. So we got a short here on oil. Okay, there's your entry. Stop loss. I mean, move off stop loss and break even now. But yeah, we're targeting around $81. We'll see whether we can continue breaking through some structures to the downside. If not, we'll cash out. But yeah, it's a quiet day. It's nothing too crazy. Might be the case that we have to get out. Very nice. Thank you for the follow, whoever that was, very much appreciated. Alright, I'm gonna close out here. Yeah. Well, I'm gonna close out. I'm gonna look for another entry higher up. And see whether we can get another entry towards the same area. See whether we can get something from this top here, guys. Just getting that buy side coming in, so. Good morning, Casey. Welcome back, my man. Hope you had a lovely weekend, mate. We just get some data come through. La 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 la. Yeah, it's a pretty. See, the thing is, especially this kind of this first 7 days of this month. Okay, price action's just been very shallow. Not been really breaking through a lot of these levels with force. It's been relatively kind of okay. We hit kind of the next point, we stop, we make a turnaround, and that'll be it for the majority of the day. So you just need to be aware of that structure that we're kind of moving within at the moment. Yeah, obviously CPI comes out Thursday. That is your big data, and if we do get an increase on headline, markets will start to go wild again. See, the thing is, something also. Which broker do you use for futures? Awanda. Yeah, that's the one we go for here in the UK. I do recommend it. It's pretty good. But yeah, for crypto we use MEXC, fantastic platform. Highly recommend for crypto trades. But yeah, your standards, FX, your FX, your commodities, your equities, all that good stuff is on Awanda. Straight back into that area. Very nice tap. Let's have a little look elsewhere, guys. Let's have a little look elsewhere. Ooh, gold's back up. Yeah, gold's not even worth touching for a bit. Yeah, you got your Australian dollar, failed to break through to the bottom. So, we'll see whether it can hold. But, yeah, we need to be careful now. What else we got? US dollar, Canadian dollar pushing down. Not playing to the structure. Thank you for the follow, whoever that was. Very much appreciated. Getting a nice initial push here on your dollar. Okay. Very brief break. Very brief break. Could actually chase maybe even here. Yeah. Yep. It's not going to be ideal risk reward. Right, I'm going to take a long here. FX Chief, good afternoon, my man. Good afternoon. Hope you're all good. Woo! Yeah, I'm glad we got out of that. I'm very glad we got out of that one. Let it do its thing. Come on then. See whether we can get an ideal level here. I like that initial push. Alright, I'm going to take a long here as well on Australian dollar, Canadian dollar. I'm just going to chase it very, very short term. Straight into that area there, guys. 0.876. On GU, bear with me, and I'll take a look on GU. Let me just concentrate for a second on these trades, and I shall dive straight into that. We've got the euro dollar slightly struggling here, so it might be the case that we just have to close here. EU seems to be reversing. Yes, it does. Let's see whether we can target this area just up here. We got this initial breaker structure just here, guys. So let's see whether we can get that push. I will check that GU in just a second, mate. Just bear with me whilst keep an eye on this. What do I think about Shiba? I'll take a look as well. Just bear with me. Not too bad, is it? Right, I've moved stop loss to break even here on Australian dollar, Canadian dollar. I've also moved it to break even here on euro dollar. I'm not really going to mess about with euro dollar at the moment. It could very much turn back around and actually push all the way back down here. So it's not exactly the most perfect entry. So we'll see whether we can make that push. If not, we'll go break even. That's fine. This has gone perfect. So we got something. Closed out that oil trade at 16 pips. Okay, we could have cashed in a bit more, but again, we were chasing that break. It didn't happen, and pushed past structure to the upside. 82.25. Yeah, it's a bit awkward now. But yeah, we cashed in a little bit. Profit is profit at the moment, so just want to see whether we can get to TP on this. Okay, euro dollar's starting to turn around, so I think we'll get out break even here. It's just awkward. It's just awkward. Right, we're 16 minutes away from NY Open. And also, I really do appreciate all the likes on streams. Very much appreciate it, you legends. Okay, let me have a little look for you guys. I mean, we're at break even on both trades anyway, so it doesn't really matter. It's looking pretty weak. It's looking pretty weak. It's not too bad structure here though. So I like this. We're able to break through here and look to get enter to go long here. It's just not an ideal entry right now, but structure on the 4 hour is actually looking pretty sweet to the upside. Yeah, it looks pretty good. Yeah, I target up. I'll take a long up to this area here. Not right now, but it's looking good for a push. Needs to break through here ideally, and actually start making that push up higher. So you got that. See the structure here is quite good. Got that initial breakthrough here. Came back, revisited. Yeah, I mean, at least on the lower time frame, a long position's looking pretty sweet. Yeah. Euro USD, yeah, so I guess it's a lot of people's favorites. We're in a long position here on Euro US dollar. Seeing whether we can make that push to the next area. Stop losses at break even. Okay, don't be chasing too crazy targets. Fed speech reports. So we get some today, don't we? But it's not going to be anything crazy. It's not really going to move anything really. Oh, we've already got him. 115. Member Harker, Bostic, and Bowman. Yeah. I wouldn't mind. Push. We got these highs here that we need to break through. But that's your initial break. We've got a break here as well. It's not looking too bad to make a little bit of a push up higher. Sorry, let me check Shiba for you. I do apologize. Yeah, the whole crypto market is really bleeding. So in terms of sheep, okay, we're coming up to a demand zone. Probably get a bit of a reaction off this zone, to be honest. We got that 50 moving average on the 4 hour previous structure. Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if we get a little bit of a reaction back into this area here. Probably continue back down. Crypto market is looking weak. Again, as mentioned a few times on this live, forecast for headline CPI on Thursday from the US is to actually push back up. And that is not good news. Euro USD has been closed. Yeah. Yeah. If we start breaking through these areas here, it's going to be a lot of blood. But yeah, that's your first target for support. We're not too far off it now. But yeah, market in general is very, very weak. Yeah, your US dollars push back down. Let it do its thing. Alright, 7 minutes. We've got the New York volume coming in. What's happening here? Ooh. Interesting. Very nice reaction from sellers there. Nice break. Do. Come on. Alright, 4 minutes. Got New York volume. That's out. Got you're going back right up. Come on, push, 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 push. Thank you for the follow, whoever that was. Very much appreciated. Crypto's gonna bleed. Come on, man. Might be a faker on the top end. Alright, let's close that. Yeah. Alright guys, we're gonna close the stream off here. Price action just isn't ideal. Yeah. We managed to capitalize on the oil trade a little bit. But yeah, things aren't really moving accordingly. It's a very awkward price action, very short and shallow moves. So yeah, it's not really worth playing it much. Yeah. But yeah, everyone that joined, thank you very much for joining. It was always an absolute pleasure. Those that are watching us from TradingView, please do bear in mind the live streams made on TradingView are limited, so you won't be able to watch every single one. But yeah, thank you very much for joining anyway. It's always a pleasure. Yeah, I'll see whether we can get anything. I'll still be online, keep a close eye on things, and update you on any new trades that are taken. If not, hopefully I'll see you tomorrow morning. We'll be live on TradingView for the London session. We won't be live for the New York session tomorrow, okay, on TradingView. Yeah. Know when to hold them and to fold them. Yeah, very true, mate. It's just, I mean, price action this whole kind of past week, really, just it's not the most ideal price action. It's just very short and shallow moves. So just kind of making it hard to know where to really take your profits. But yeah, I mean, at least there's no losses and managed to capitalize on oil a little bit. So we've come out on top today, and that's the main priority anyway. Okay, tomorrow's a new day, and then we can trace it. In terms of crypto's still actually looking decent. Yeah, continue holding that Bitcoin short for that longer target. But yeah, we'll see. Thank you very much for joining, guys. Thank you. If I don't see you for the rest of the day, enjoy the rest of your day. Hopefully I'll see you tomorrow for another trading day. Okay, those are with us. I'll get some chart updates, okay, so that at least we got some trades in the pipeline a bit later on. But yeah, bring on new week, fresh new week. Let's see what we can get. Okay, thank you. Cheers. Take care of yourselves.